Hey everybody, it's Cooper here, and today I'm going to be talking about Amiibos, Amiibo collecting, and a little bit of my experience and history with them. Since I wasn't making videos when I started collecting Amiibo, and I got most of them before I started making the videos again, so I thought it'd be cool to go back and kind of fill you in on my history with them and how I came to get most of them. So I didn't start collecting Amiibos immediately. They kind of came out like right when I sold my last collection, so it was something that I was definitely interested in, but when they came out I wasn't collecting at all, and I wasn't in the position to start collecting, so I didn't buy any. I mean, I bought a Fox one to use with Smash Brothers, but I ended up not even using it. I started collecting them on a particular day. I went to Toys R Us, and they were having a sale on Amiibo, and they were buy one get one half off. So I bought every single one. I bought one of each that they had, because at that time I didn't have any of them yet. So I got one of each to basically start the collection, and that was right when I started collecting video games again. So this is like months and months ago. And I believe at that time only Wave 3 was out. Maybe 2 or 3 was out. Whichever one came with the Silver Mario, I think, was the newest one at that time. So getting buy one, get one 50% off was a pretty good deal, and that's honestly what pushed me to collect the Amiibo, because up until then I had almost told myself, like, you know, it's not worth it because there's so much. Some of them are just so hard to find, they're so expensive. And for me, I love to have complete collections. I love going for complete sets and everything, so if I can't get every Amiibo, you know, I don't want to start collecting them if I'm going to have huge gaps in the collection. So, like I said, I bought a bunch there, and I think there were like 20, 25, somewhere around there that I purchased in one shot, which was kind of cool. And then I started picking them up here and there from Target, Walmart, Fred Meyer, Best Buy, Toys R Us, and, you know, just wherever they were until I had most of them. But I was still missing all of the hard-to-find ones. And I didn't want to buy any off of eBay because I always thought, you know, there's got to be a way to get them without paying eBay prices. And I only ever bought one Amiibo off eBay or Amazon. I only ever bought one offline, and it was the Mario 25th anniversary, or 30th anniversary, whatever it was, the modern color, which at the time was only available in the Walmart bundle with the system. And I didn't think that it was going to be getting a standalone release, which it did, unfortunately, like 2 weeks after I bought it. So I paid $25 for that one when I could have waited a couple weeks and got it for $12.99. So that kind of sucks, but I've gotten good enough deals on a lot of them that it makes up overall. I paid less than full retail value for the whole collection. And I joined a couple Facebook groups for like Northwest Amiibo collectors, and I ended up making a contact with someone who was going to be selling their entire Amiibo collection, and because I was interested in so many, and I was the first one to contact them, I basically had first dibs. And it just worked out that I was going to be driving up to the Seattle area with my girlfriend to do a sourcing trip, and he lived in Tacoma, so I was able to meet him on that trip, and I bought most of the last ones I needed. And after then, I've only gotten a couple, because only a couple have been released after then. Shovel Knight, Lucas, and some of the Animal Crossing ones I got after that, but the majority of them I bought from him, which was awesome, and I paid way under retail. Like some of them I paid like $10 each for, when they're going for $18, $20, stuff like that. So he gave me a pretty good deal. And I think from him, I'm just going to look, because they're all on the wall here behind the camera, so I'm going to try and look and try to remember what I got from him. I remember I got Ness, Samus, Rosalina, Meta Knight, Lucina, Bowser Jr., Pit, Wario, Wii Fit Trainer, Villager, King DDD, Palutena, Gold Mario, and I'm trying to think, and Robin, I think. I think those are all the ones I got from him. And I was able to find at Best Buy, actually, they weren't out on the shelf, but they were in the back, and I was able to, at one Best Buy, I was able to find Lucario, Greninja, Marth, Captain Falcon, Fox, and Dark Pit, I believe. And obviously a lot of these Amiibos have been re-released and stuff like that, so the prices have dropped on them, but when I found those, they were going for about 20 to 25 each, and of course I found them for 13, which was awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, just to catch you guys up on how I got them. So far, for all of them that have been released in North America, the only ones I'm missing are Kirby and Mega Yarn Yoshi. And I actually have a story for the Mega Yarn Yoshi as well. Basically, I set my alarm for the day that they were going to be released. The closest Toys R Us to me is about an hour away. And so I got up and I went to Toys R Us. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of traffic, and I got there 5 minutes after they opened, and they were sold out. The guy at Electronics said that there were people waiting outside before they even opened, and there was a line of people, and unfortunately I didn't get one. And now that's like the most expensive Amiibo. It was more expensive to buy originally anyway, but it sucks that I wasn't able to get one at retail, and now the only way I'm really gonna find one is through the internet somewhere, whether it's buying it off eBay or Amazon, or if I find someone who has one that they're willing to trade or sell to me. But I think the chances of that are kind of slim, which sucks. And unless Kirby gets re-released, I think it's going to be the same for that one. I've never seen a Kirby at the store, aside from, you know, the original release when I bought my Star Fox one. But at that time, like I said, I wasn't collecting, so I didn't think to pick it up. And Kirby is such a big Nintendo franchise, I didn't think that it would be a hard one to find. You know, I thought like the Fire Emblem ones would be harder to find, which they were at first. Marth was super expensive, but then they re-released it. But they haven't re-released Kirby, as far as I know. So those two have been super hard to find. But other than that, I've got them all so far that have been released, and the next wave that's coming out towards the end of March, I have them all pre-ordered at GameStop. Roy and Ryu and the other Animal Crossing ones. So they're very fun to collect. They're very cool, and they're not just figures. They're a functional item you can interact with the games with, which is kind of cool. For me, I'm collecting them sealed. I'm not worrying about opening them or using them, because a lot of the games that they're being used with, the functionality that they provide is not something that interests me too much, you know. Mario Kart is the one game I played the most that interacts with them, and all they really do is unlock different costumes for your Mii character. So I know that a lot of them do different things with different games, and they can do a lot more than that, but I like to collect them sealed. I think they look great in their packaging. They look cool, all in line on the wall, hung up like that. And yeah, they're just a very fun thing to collect. And I'm glad that Nintendo has been re-releasing some of the harder to find ones, that the price has gone down on them. Because Marth, for a while, was going for like $120, which is just ridiculous. And then they re-released it, and I found it at Best Buy for $12.99. Which is awesome. And I know there's minor differences between the re-releases, at least some of them, but I'm not too worried about getting the first press of them, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm just glad to have them, and it was expensive getting them, even though I didn't pay more than they're worth or anything. I didn't buy them off eBay, but with how many there are, being, you know, $13 each, and then a little more for those the Yarn Yoshi ones, it really adds up. So when I bought all the first ones in the beginning, that in one big shot, buy one get one half off, made it a little better, but that was still a pretty big price tag. but being only 12 or 13 bucks, when you pick up one here or there, it doesn't feel too bad. It just adds up to a lot in the end, but I'm very glad to have them. I think it's a cool piece in a cool set to have in the collection, and I'm looking forward to the other ones being released. And if you're interested in collecting them, I mean, now's the time to do it, because you know they've re-released so many of them. The prices have gone way down on them, and I feel like a lot of the people who were collecting them just because they were rare have gotten out of it. And in particular, the guy that I bought all those hard to find ones from, he was getting out of collecting them because he wanted to start collecting Lego, and he didn't even collect video games anyway. He was only collecting Amiibo. And I kind of feel like there are a lot of people that were just collecting them because they were valuable, and it's good to see that Nintendo has, has re-released a lot of them so that, kids who want them and people who actually want to collect them because they enjoy the Amiibo are able to get them now at reasonable prices, and they don't have to pay, $60 for Rosalina off eBay or something, which is, it's crazy. But yeah, if you guys if anyone out there has a Kirby or a Mega Yarn Yoshi that they're willing to sell or trade, please let me know. I'm desperately looking for those to complete the set up to this point, and I don't think I'm going to find them at a store anytime soon. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any Amiibo stories that are kind of interesting, feel free to leave a comment below and tell your story. I'm sure myself and others looking would be interested to read those. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll see you guys next time.